Morning everyone, welcome to Ainsley News. It's Thursday the 27th of January. Today we're talking Russia, which is rare, but sometimes comes up. Russia's currently investigating a gold-backed stablecoin. The Central Bank of Russia is investigating a gold-backed stablecoin, a golden ruble, according to the chairman of the State Duma Committee and Industry and Trade, Vladimir Gutenev. He argues that gold is undervalued compared with the US dollar, euro, and other fiat-backed currencies. With no national fiat currency holding any tether to gold since 1971, Russia may well be positioning themselves for a first mover advantage in a new global gold standard. Even though we've already got our own gold standard here at Ainsley, Russia might be coming to the table. The proposal has been discussed with CBI Governor Elvira Nabiullina, Russia's equivalent of Jerome Powell at the Fed Reserve. The move is likely to have support, if not explicitly initiated by Putin, who earlier this month warned that the US is soaring the branch it is sitting on by using the dollar to impose economic sanctions around the world. The Russian leader also mentioned that they are watching US national debt and the country's inflation rate, warning they may yet sell more of their $3.72 billion in US treasuries if holding the reserves was no longer in their long-term interests. Dropping the greenback would be unsurprising, seeing that Russia has been steadily moving away from the US dollar since 2018, when it sold $96 billion in treasuries in retaliation to economic sanctions out of Washington. Russia doesn't even make the top 30 holders of US treasuries, being beaten out on the scoreboard by some unexpected names. In position 4, we got Luxembourg at $334 billion. Number 7, the Cayman Islands, $265 billion. And even number 20, Bermuda, $72 billion. One would expect the last treasuries to be shed if the US follows through by sanctioning US dollar transactions by Russian banks and ejecting Russia from the SWIFT system if they invade Ukraine. During the same decade, Russia has expanded on its record gold holdings significantly from 883 tons in late 2011 to 2,298 tons in Q4 of 2021. This increase in gold holdings brings Russia up to 6th place behind the US, Germany, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, and Italy and France. If you're wondering where Australia is at, we're at number 42 with 79.8 tonnes. The only problem is that our gold is kept in the Bank of England, and audit reports are hard to come by. All of this comes as Russia's gold and foreign exchange reserves surge to historic highs. Russia now holds $638.2 billion in foreign exchange reserves, with $7.7 billion being added from January 7th to the 14th, or a bump of 1.2% in a week. Putin has sought to de-dollarize by lifting gold holdings and non-US dollar reserves, such as the Swiss franc, euro, and yen. Russia certainly has every incentive to establish a gold-backed stablecoin in competition with the US dollar. And we know from history that all fiat currencies eventually return to their intrinsic value of zero. With the UK announcing 5.4% inflation in 2021 off the back of 7% from the US, a global inflationary environment is certainly emerging. This week also saw Australia's CPI blow away expectations, rising 1.2% in just the last quarter. The US dollar has been the cleanest shirt in the dirty washing basket, but by backing the ruble with gold, Russia has the chance to come out ahead of the pack with a new Tier 1 asset. Contrary to popular opinion, currencies that are backed by gold don't need to have 100% backing. From 1913 to 1965, the Fed Reserve was required to maintain a 40% backing for all Fed Reserve notes. This meant that the Fed Reserve needed to bring more gold onto its balance sheet before issuing new dollars into circulation. For every $1 worth of gold, still $35 per ounce in 1965, the Fed could issue $2.50 of paper currency. This also limited government spending, as the central bank couldn't buy an unlimited amount of new debt issued by the Treasury. But while American citizens weren't able to trade in their fiat dollars for gold during this time, it did place a natural limit on monetary supply expansion, unlike the present. The key is not the degree of backing, but that the peg is actually there and maintained. There is a natural inflation rate as miners bring gold out of the mine, but monetary supply is largely stable. Great stuff there. Interesting news from Russia. It would not surprise us in the least to see a decent stablecoin being established in the world. It's a reasonably good opportunity there for them. So jump over to ainslebullion.com.au for all things physical, gold, silver and platinum. AinsleyWealth.com.au for all things cryptocurrency, and GoldSilverStandard.com for our own cryptocurrency that we've built and backed, pegged to that gold and silver, the true gold standard. We'll catch you tomorrow, everyone, for more news.